You're an encyclopedia about games. Jeff, you're kind of personable and charismatic.
I'm charismatic?
Oh, just go with it. I'm trying my best.
I think the double H and the 3 R's are silent.
West side.
I'm not. What?
I'm from the West.
What's going on? This is the Gamer Buff. It's a weekly rundown of gamer news. I'm Jefferson Carps with the Gamer Buff, Dove Larson. Let's get right into it, buddy. You, Dove Larson.
That's me.
You ended Humble Games. Listen, you did a review of the Teal Lotus, and a day later, they laid off their entire staff. You ended Humble Games. It wasn't the best review. It wasn't a glowing review of the game. What the hell, man? We're losing too many gaming developers and publishers and everything, and you're over here ending these companies. What are you doing?
That was by no means my intention. But, if you're going to make a precision platformer,
Yeah.
Get it right.
Get it right. Yeah.
I don't know, man. They were unhappy with the way everything was managed. So, basically people woke up and went to work, and a sign on the door was like, go home, we're closed, and you don't have a job anymore.
Oh.
Minus the asshole part, and maybe slightly cleaned up, but essentially that's what it was.
That's how they did it?
That's how they did it. And
Oof.
they tried to claim on Twitter, oh, it's just a restructuring, but some of their employees instantly were like, no. Everyone was fired. All 36 employees were let go.
Yeah. So, what's the problem? Because,
I'm not going to blame it on one game.
Right.
How many Humble Games can you name? I don't know. Bow Path of the Teal Lotus is the last one I played, and it wasn't my favorite. So
yeah, I can name the one because you reviewed it. But I will say this: that's their team of publishers.
Yes.
Right. So Humble Bundle is the company that was running Humble Games, right?
Yes. Yeah. They're selling all the games.
Right. So they're saying they're not shutting down. They're just, like you said, it's a restructuring, but you got rid of literally everyone who works there. Something is not right. Here.
They're just delegating it and relabeling it, but you close the fucking publishing company, so everyone's jealous.
And when it comes to the bowl, the Teal Lotus, you like games. You like a lot of games.
I love games.
This was Metroidmania? This was a Metroidmania game.
Metroidmania game because, I like that. I think we should go with Metroidmania.
You played that's what I refer to it as.
I love it, actually.
As of now. You play the game.
Yeah.
You enjoy these games. And usually, you love a lot of games, so you give good reviews. This review, it wasn't bad. You didn't trash the game, but there's a couple things about the gameplay you didn't like. And obviously, it's not performing well. They've fired everybody. Humble Games is they're done. They're done.
Yeah, also, I did want to say I didn't give it a great review, but like you said, I didn't give it a horrible review. I think there's a lot to be liked, and I think they worked hard on that game. There are just a few things that you really got to get right for a game to be good, and unfortunately, a couple of those things just weren't done. So I couldn't just give it my seal of approval. If you're looking for a great Metroidvania.
Mania.
My favorite. Yeah, you got me saying it now. I didn't even mean to.
Metroidvania.
My favorite's Nine Souls right now. I cannot stop playing this game. It's fucking amazing. I haven't stopped talking.
Yeah, you've been on Nine Souls for a month now.
I love it.
Yeah.
So good.
Let's move on. So, Assassin's Creed. Assassin's Creed Shadows. It's a big part of, this channel and what we do on the Gamer Buff. Assassin's Creed Shadows, the historical debate, the historical accuracy debate, has gone way past ridiculous, as it has now reached the Japanese government.
Yeah, Jesus Christ, guys, it's a work of fiction. And that's essentially what they said. They're just like, the game shouldn't violate, quote, public order and morale. That's all.
It's a video game.
It's a video game, a work of fiction. You're jumping into a Matrix-like system to relive your ancestors' past. It's not real, people.
It's a video game. I mean, why it's like now it wasn't like, the Japanese government is not all up in arms here. Like some party that's not even a party anymore decided we're going to bring this thing up and say what's going on with this game. And it's the whole thing is ridiculous.
I mean, it's the Japanese equivalent to a bunch of Karens. I don't know which gender, but a bunch of Karens getting upset about absolutely nothing. It's a work of fiction.
Yeah. Well, Assassin's Creed, the developers have said that, hey, the game's not out yet. We're still working on this stuff. We're working on some historical accuracy issues. So they've kind of they've bent a little bit.
Right.
To try and say that.
They're also trying to weasel in some live service elements to steal our money. But
yeah.
No,
and
go back to your point.
They also claim that the dude is not, maybe he's a samurai, maybe he's not. Also, who cares? Get a life, people. It's just a video game. It's Assassin's Creed. You love it. Why are we creating such an issue over this? The whole thing is stupid. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
It's a waste of the Japanese government's time. That's for sure.
Right. And the bottom line, what you can take out of it from this reaching the Japanese government is that they don't care. They don't care. You know what Japan cares about? Nudity and way too much violence. They don't care about Assassin's Creed having a samurai, maybe not a samurai. They don't care. This game, by the way, is going to be huge. Mm-hmm. And it's going to come out with the Assassin's Creed hub at basically the same time. And these people are doing really good stuff with this. I know you have a love-hate relationship. You were one of the early people into loving Assassin's Creed, and they haven't done everything great since then, but Shadows could be a great game. It could be a great game.
I hope they get back to it. I'm just a little annoyed as a fan with all their live service elements and how they're kind of just bleeding people dry instead of making really good games.
Yeah. Dove?
Yeah.
Together we stand.
Hell yeah, baby.
The gaming industry fights together by forming unions. Now, I'm not a pro-union guy.
You should be.
Just wanted to be Farva. What's going on? This is huge.
This is awesome. This is amazing. I love it. Bethesda was the first to unionize 241 developers. That goes from artists, engineers, programmers to designers. That's huge. I mean, Microsoft just laid off 1,900 employees in the last 6 months, maybe a little bit longer. But that's a lot of jobs to just give up because they make you create a beautiful, awesome game. It comes out. It's incredible. And then when they own the IP and they own everything, they send everyone home and say you don't have a job anymore.
Yeah.
And these unions are going to hopefully stop that.
So basically, these developers, they've made an outstanding game. It's done really, really well. It's made a ton of money. And this company now owns the rights. They own the name. Mm-hmm. So they can pump out whatever the hell they want, whatever garbage they want to, and it's still going to keep making money because of the success of the original game. They now own it. They don't need the original developers for this game.
Right.
You're out of here. That can't happen, and that won't happen with these unions.
No.
And basically, this, man, it's a tough field. I'm not a gamer developer, but these guys got it so rough because that's how it is. If you make a bad game that nobody likes, let's just say you make a game nobody likes, not even a bad game.
Right.
Make a game that doesn't perform well and people don't like it, they don't buy it, they don't play it, you're gone.
Right.
You make a great game that everybody buys, that makes tons of money for the company that owns it. It does really well. It does so well, couldn't do any better. You're gone.
Right.
Because they own the name to it. And that's all that matters. That is bullshit. That's business. That's capitalism. That's America. It's bullshit. And finally, these guys figured it out. You know what? We need to start a union.
Yeah.
Call it a union.
They did it, and then Blizzard, who's also owned by Microsoft, followed suit. 500 World of Warcraft developers joined suit. So, I think it's just going to raise the bar for all developers, and hopefully it'll just give a lot of these great artists and engineers and developers and every designers, give them some security so they can continue to make really good games and really creative stuff.
It's actually a really good thing that's happening, because you know what? If you keep just like kicking these great creative gamer developers to the sidelines, if they keep losing jobs, if they keep getting treated like this, you're going to run out of good games. The best of the best aren't going to do it anymore. Why? Because they have to make a living.
Mm-hmm.
And so this is huge. Bethesda and Blizzard forming unions. It's huge.
It's fantastic.
It's huge. It's good for the future of gaming. He's the Dove, Dove Larson, Dove's Digital Deep Dive, Dove's Indie Spotlights, their playlists on YouTube, The Gamer Buff, which you're watching now. It's Two Hats and a Beard, The Gamer Buff. Dove Larson will do it again in a week. Thanks, Dubby.
Thank you, Jeff. Take care, bud.
All right, you too.